Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another Unity tutorial. So in our previous videos we generated 10 random numbers, we sorted it from lowest to highest, we sorted it from highest to lowest, we are able to get the mean, and we created the get median functionality. In this video we're going to get the highest number and the lowest number, so let's get started. So we're going to open up our Visual Studio quickly. We're going to open up our script. We're going to create a function to get the highest number, so we're going to say public void get highest. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get the highest number in the list. One way to do it is or the way that we're going to do it today is that we're going to first sort the list so that we get it in lowest to highest form, and then we're going to just grab the last number. Now obviously there's other ways that you could do this, but for this tutorial I think this would just work fine. So we're going to do our list is called random numbers list, and we're just going to say dot sort, so that's going to sort this list for us in lowest to highest form. And then what we want to do is we need a variable to store this highest number. Okay, so we can say int highest is equal to random number list. Now remember, we want the last number in the list after it's sorted, so we can call the list, and then what we want to pass in here is the list.count. So how many values is in the list, because we want to get the last number, so we can say random number list dot count. Now this will pull up the amount of values that we have in our list. So if we have 10 values in our list, it will return 10. If we have 11, it will return 11. Now remember, in our list, in this parameters here in the square brackets, it needs an index, not a value of, or not the amount of numbers we have in the list, but it needs an index. And remember, our indexes start from 0. So what we want to do is just -1 from that, so that if we say that we have 10 numbers in our list, the 9th index would be the 10th number. Okay, so if you guys want to learn more on how indexes and lists work, I've explained it in some of my previous tutorials, so you guys can check that out. Then what we want to do is we need to display this somewhere. Okay, so we want to go all the way up and create a text mesh pro. So we're going to say public text mesh pro UGUI, and we're going to say highest text holder. Okay, then we're going to come all the way back down, and we're just going to display this quickly. So we're going to say highest text holder dot text is equal to highest, and we need to convert this int into a string so that it can be displayed in the text element. So yeah, that's done for the highest number. Let's hook up the lowest number. So it's going to be the exact same thing with a minor difference. So we're going to say get lowest, and now what we want to do is now we want to sort it from the highest number to the lowest number. So how we can do that is we can now, instead of calling the sort function, we can now call the reverse function. So we can say random numbers list dot reverse, and that would give us from highest to lowest, and then we do the exact same thing as we did here. So I'm just going to copy this and paste that down here, and I'm going to rename this to lowest, and I'm going to rename this to lowest as well, and we're going to leave everything else the same. Okay, so when we reverse the list, we are basically saying that sort this list from the highest number to the lowest number. Then down here what we're doing is we're creating a variable to store this lowest number, and then we are getting the last element of that list after it's been sorted, and then we're just displaying it out here. Okay, so let's head into Unity and hook our buttons up. Okay, so we're going to click on the get highest number. We're going to go all the way down to the on click event. We're going to click the plus sign, grab our random manager game object, go down to our random manager script, and we're going to select get highest, and we're going to do the same for the get lowest number. Okay, so that should work fine. Okay, one more thing we need to do is we need to drag in the text for the highest, and we also need to do one for the lowest. So let's do that. So this shouldn't be highest, this should be lowest, and we need to create one more text holder for the lowest. So I'm just going to copy this and paste that there. Cool, so everything should be working nice and fine now. Let's get back to our Unity. Let's just lock that in. So that's our highest text holder. Let's drag that in. This is our lowest text holder. Let's drag that in. Control S to save your work, and let's press play. Okay, so if I generate 10 random numbers, I'm able to sort, get the mean, get the median, get the highest. So if I sort from lowest to highest, that's the highest, and I'm able to get the lowest as well. Awesome. So that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll be working on getting the mode set up. And so one more thing that I'd like to point out as well, so when we are sorting this list, or we could do a check to see whether the list has been sorted before by the button, and then get the highest number, or else if it hasn't been sorted, then we can just call this function here. But I think that's a bit overkill for this tutorial, so let's get started with the next tutorial.